from Illinois for 8 minutes for her questions.
Secretary Mullin, I want to discuss FEMA's denial of disaster assistance for families in Illinois. You and I both come from communities that deal with tornadoes. Just last week, Northern Illinois was under a tornado watch as severe storms swept through the region, downing trees, disrupting flights in and out of Chicago, and leaving thousands without power. And between August 16th and 19th of last year, severe thunderstorms, extreme rainfall, flooding, and damaging winds impacted communities across Northern Illinois. Homes were damaged, roads were flooded, power lines were downed, and families suffered significant losses. Illinois requested a major disaster declaration that included individual assistance, which helps affected families pay for home repairs, property losses, childcare, temporary housing, moving assistance, moving expenses, and recovery costs. FEMA denied Illinois' request in October. Illinois appealed in November. Then on February 7th, 2026, FEMA denied the appeal and reaffirmed its decision. Unfortunately, Illinois is not alone. Since President Trump took office, the number of disaster declarations approved has been 30% lower than the historical average. And there's reason to be concerned that they're being politicized. An analysis from March of this year found that FEMA approved just 23% of disaster requests from Democratic-led states compared to 89% from Republican-led states. Don't get me wrong. Concerns about FEMA's response are coming from both sides of the aisle, including from your former Republican colleagues in the Senate. This should not be a partisan issue. Americans expect timely disaster assistance decisions that follow the law, not politics. What makes this even harder to understand is that Republicans have provided DHS with tens of billions of dollars through reconciliation funding twice on top of annual appropriations. Your department has repeatedly stated that this funding could support operations for years, yet families in my district were told there was no assistance or funds available to help them recover. On top of that, this committee does not have a comprehensive spend plan explaining how these funds are being used, despite my repeated requests over the last several months. Secretary Mullin, will you commit to a member-level meeting with my colleagues and I to discuss why Illinois' disaster declaration was denied and to see how we can support my constituents?
Ma'am, we haven't denied anybody a meeting with us. If you reach out, we'll meet with you. Just as long as, and we'll do it in a timely fashion, maybe not the next day, but we'll get to it as soon as possible. But I do want to address, if you don't mind, what you talked about here on politicizing it, because I don't.
I actually don't want to talk about politicizing
Well, but
it.
if you,
I want to meet with you to
but I
discuss
mean,
this
but
in
you
depth.
made some accusations here about President Trump that's actually not accurate, because
Mr. Chairman,
if you're going to make accusations, though, you have to let us respond back to them.
reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so you're lying about it
Mr.
then,
Chairman,
because you don't want to hear the truth.
Mr. Chairman, this week President Trump's
Mr.
nominee.
Secretary, the record will reflect that you have agreed to meet with the lady and her folks, and since I'm trying to keep people in 8 minutes, please proceed.
Thank you. This week, President Trump's nominee to head FEMA, Cameron Hamilton, appeared before the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee and pledged that FEMA would be fair and reasonable when evaluating requests for disaster aid. Secretary Mullin, will you make the same commitment as Mr. Hamilton to evaluate disaster requests fairly, reasonably, and without regard to politics? Yes or no?
It's interesting that you won't allow me to answer those questions. I can explain it to you, because I don't look at states different between blue or red. I look at them across the country as a whole. If you actually want to know what we're doing, I'll be happy to, so you're not worried about this. I don't look at this any different, ma'am, and I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to fight with you. I like facts.
Great.
Accusations doesn't help anybody.
I appreciate
the more
that
you're informed, the
commitment,
better you know,
and I
because
will
you're
hold
saying
you
some
to
stuff
that
that's not true.
commitment. And I hope that Illinois receives the same fair consideration as any other state.